judgment. Look what she fucked up, bro. Somebody hit her. Dude hit the tree, man. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, man. She down bad. She down bad. Her ass got hit by this truck. She was walking or jogging, dude hit her. And then he hit the tree. So he hit her ass. Tore her ass up. Oh, hold on, y'all about to show me how it's shot, man. That's straight judgment. Straight judgment. You never know how your about to show me how it's shot gonna get your ass. Yeah. He lost control of his vehicle, hit her ass on the sidewalk, then he ran into the tree. She down bad, bro. Oh, shit, man. They got the blanket up her ass, fucked up. Punish her ass. Look at this shit.
Alright, that's about enough of that. You know, I was coming home from work. The story behind this is that I was on my way home from work, and I'm going up one of the main streets close to my house. You know, and I saw a lady laying on the sidewalk. You know, and I was coming up from the opposite side of the street, so I'm looking to the left. And I see this lady. First, initially, all I saw was ass because she had on leggings. I see a lady laying down, and I'm just seeing her rear end. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell is she doing on the ground? I see two other women standing over her. And as I proceeded and analyzed the scene as I'm coming up, you know, on the opposite side of the street, looking to the left, I see a truck that hit a tree. So, you know, I was headed to Safeway to get a couple odds and ends, you know, laundry detergent and things like that, you know, needed for the house. Anyway, and that Safeway parking lot is where I was standing, which happened to be right behind the incident, as you saw in the video, man. But, you know, wisdom crieth aloud, man, and the men of the Lord, we hear that voice of wisdom, man, and we know what this is all about, man. That was a straight up judgment from Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. I figured out, and instantly I recorded it, you know, to do a video on this. This happened like a couple days ago, but I have a quiet moment to go ahead and go over this, man, because this is a judgment, man. You know, you never know how Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to get you. You know, that's why it's very important to, you know, be in prayer every morning. You know, that you may be encompassed by angels, man, and that the devices of Hashatan might be, you know, that they might fail. You know, that's why you got to keep your armor tight and together, man. As written in the book of Galatians, man, our spiritual armor, man, our helmet, our shield, our sword. You know, we should always walk around meditating on Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, if you want to keep it real. You know, according to Ecclesiastes, you know, chapter 12, I believe, that's man's sole duty is to serve the Lord. You know, so we should constantly be meditating and be out here in the spirit, man, that the devices of Hashatan may not have authority over us, man. And as you can see, one of the devices of Hashatan had authority over this woman, man. One of the fiery darts of Hashatan pierced this lady, man. You know, she straight up got destroyed, man. She didn't move not one time, not an inch, not a wiggle, nothing. She didn't move at all from the moment I saw her throughout the whole time I was recording and watching her, man. You know, but the backstory behind it all is that this Southern tribe Judite woman, like a lot of these women do, especially in these inner cities, y'all love these leggings, man. Y'all love this whorish apparel. You know what I'm saying? And you just saw the judgment behind that, whether you like it or not. That's what it is, man. You know, she was out here gadding abroad, so-called exercising or going on a stroll, running, jogging. And there was what appeared to be a northern tribe, Jake, you know, from the tribe of Issachar, just appeared to be Mexican or Hispanic. Northern Triber. And I was eavesdropping as he was talking to the police. And I showed a scene where he was talking to the police and the police was taking notes. But I was eavesdropping, and evidently his brakes failed him. And to keep from running into the car in front of him, I guess he tried to, rub the curb or something, and he wound up hopping the curb. And I guess he didn't see that lady. So he wound up smacking the lady, and then the lady went flying, and then he ran into the tree. She better be thankful that she didn't get pinned up between that truck and that tree, because she wouldn't have made it, man. She wouldn't have made it. I don't even know if she made it or not, man. But they didn't call the coroner. They took her to the hospital, so I guess she had a pulse. But she wasn't moving, man. Her fucking back is probably broken. Salakia, pardon my language, man. But her back is probably broke, man. She might be in a wheelchair for the rest of her life behind this, But you never know, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah will get you out of here on some Final Fantasy type situations, man. And that's how it's going to be in these not Final Fantasy. Oh, my God. What the hell am I talking about? Y'all know that, I can't even think of the daggone. I say Final Fantasy. I can't even think of the name of the movies. It was a series. I used to watch it when I was in the world years ago. But it's when these people would die from these just outrageous ways, man, from these freak accidents. It's escaping me. But you know what I'm talking about. Final Destination, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Final Destination or something like that. But that's how it be, man. But you got to understand, these freak accidents ain't freak accidents at all, man. These are the snares of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai taking out the wicked, man, and chastising and punishing and destroying the wicked, man. And we're going to go into this, man. I wrote a very short lesson. Hopefully it's edifying, concerning this, man. But let's go to the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, man. Nothing happens by mistake, y'all. This was a straight up judgment. Whether you like it or not. You have a group of people who don't want to believe in judgments. They want to believe that, and that's the vibration of Babylon, man. It's wicked. They want to believe, when you see a Jake pass away, or, you go to a funeral, man, the pastor never says that this person is destroyed and was a wicked individual, and that's why. No, they don't say that. They lie. They lie to these people, because it's all about people's feelings, man. But this word and this truth ain't about feelings, and it is offensive. It is offensive. That's why the true men of the Lord are hated, man. Even Yahweh Shah Mashiach himself was hated, because it's about the truth, man. And this is an environment that is about tickling ears, man, and making people feel good. And it's all rooted in lies, man. This woman got hit because she was on some wickedness, whatever it may be. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah bears witness, because his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, and he had his arrows pointed at her ass, man. He had his arrows pointed at her, man. Straight up. It wasn't no freak accident. Whoever perished or went through something like this being innocent, man. Remember, I praise thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where was the righteous cut off, man. She wasn't covered in the blood of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. That's why she was subject to being destroyed, man. Out here gadding abroad. You women need to cut it out with these leggings, man. You gotta stop this, man. And you're going to stop it eventually, because when this economic woe comes, this collapse that's coming, and the men of the Lord have been talking about this for years, man. It's coming, and it's written. Okay, this place Babylon that is laden with thick clay, meaning debts, man. You see this place, the NASDAQ, the S&P, all that, man. All the stocks and bonds are landsliding, man, by 600 to 800 points, man, at a time. You have these trade wars and tariff wars between China and the United States, man. It's not looking good, man. This thing is going to collapse any day now. And you women you're going to learn very quickly, when there's no rule of law, when there's uprising and insurrection amongst men, in this type of environment in society, that is not going to behoove you to walk around in your nakedness like that, man. You're not going to want that attention, man. These 2/3 of these Gentiles and UN peacekeepers, you already know, I did videos on it. They're going to give you all the attention you want in a little bit, man. But let's continue. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. She reaped some destruction just now, as we saw, man. So that tells us what she's been sowing. She's been sowing things that led her to be destroyed in that manner that we saw, man. Don't get me wrong, we have like instances with Job, and we have tribulations and trials, but that was a straight up affliction. That was a straight hit from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and his angels, man. That was a straight up spiritual orchestration and a straight up attack and a snare from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. He has control over all of this, you know. But what has she been sowing in life? You need to learn from this, because that could have been anybody walking down the street, you know. But why her? I can look at this and assess the situation, and you know, don't get me wrong, man. I love women. I do. I love women, but I also know and understand women, especially here in North America, Babylon, and especially amongst the Southern tribe women. You are proud. You women are arrogant, and you're lewd, and you're feminist, and you're polyandrous. And I did videos on all this stuff, man, and it's just the damn truth. You women need to get in order, man, because Yahweh's eyes are upon you all. There's judgments that have to manifest. Micah 7:10. She who is my enemy shall behold it, and she shall be trodden down as the mire in the street. Isaiah 32:9. Rise, you daughters that are at ease, man. It is pure hell coming for you women, man. Yahweh's eyes are upon you. You know, and this judgment's for the men too, because men shall be made few on the earth. So all these 2/3 and these simps and these homosexuals and all that, all these homosexual, man, the Lord about to destroy them too. But you women are not omitted from these judgments, man. Okay, let's go to Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgments to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. This woman knoweth no shame. Like I said, the first thing I noticed was a lady on the ground and just a big old ass just out. You know, I'm gonna check this video out, man. The spirit's heavy out here, man. Akim is putting up this content like back to back, man. You know, and Barakatham to the Akim and the Aquathian, man. The brothers and the sisters in the Lord. Pardon me, because I usually start my videos with that salutation, man. But you know, back to Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, man. The unjust knoweth no shame, man. She's walking out here in her nakedness and her leggings like most of you women do. It's been normalized. Esau normalized this, and you women are cleaving unto it. But like I said, you're going to learn. You know, you're going to learn to wear some appropriate attire, and you're going to learn that it's not a good thing to be gadding abroad out here, man. It's going to be a straight jungle out here in a little bit, man. But we see, man, every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He fell if not. That vehicle did not fail to smack her ass 30 feet. She probably went airborne, man. I don't know if y'all seen in the video, but one of her shoes, man, she got knocked up out of her shoes, dog. Her shoes were like 5 to 10 feet away from her, dog. Got knocked up out her sneakers, Slim. You know, the straight judgment, man. And it's not an iniquity. Does Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai do iniquity? No. So the judgment was righteous, man. You know, she probably had a Jake on, being that she's a Southern tribe woman in Babylon, America, more than likely a feminist, more than likely sexually liberated and practicing it in her polyandry. Man, she probably had a Jake on child support, maybe 2 or 3 of them, destroying them through Esau's system. You know, just probably put a couple men through hell, man. Probably the pure demon, man. And the Lord has ways to humble you, woman. And this is something we just witnessed, whether you like it or not. You know, the Lord judge men too. Don't get me wrong, but we're not omitting you women either, man. You know, we're not no simps over here. You know, so I'm breaking down what y'all see and what y'all lie to yourselves and just say is just a tragic occurrence, man. It's straight judgments from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And the men of the Lord, we praise him in his judgments when he destroy the wicked. We love that, because who's to say this woman isn't a scoffer, man? Coming up against the sons of Zion, man. Coming up against the elders and apostles, man, and these street prophets. Who's to say she wasn't a scoffer? Who's to say she ain't spit on a brother? You know, or disrespect the brother, man. Who to say she ain't no hoe ass swirler, man? Man, the rabbit hole runs deep, man. You never know, but we do know one thing: her ass got judged, man. Straight judgment, and it's terrible, man. You need to fear the Lord and guard his ways, man, that you may be protected to and fro where you go, man. Every morning you need to pray against the devices of Hashatan, man. You also need to pray that the blood of the Lord covers you, man. You know, and that his angels walk with you to and fro where you go. Real talk. It's spiritual warfare, man. Salaki, I'm a little congested, man, but I'm going to continue. Let's go to Psalms chapter 73, verse 18 through 19. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castedest them down into destruction. Yeah, the Lord led her into this destruction, man. You know, how are they brought into desolation? As in a moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors, man. She was utterly consumed with that GMC 1500 quad cab. She was utterly consumed. She was smacked by that truck, man. She was put in a slippery situation that she could not avoid, man. The Lord, our God, is the God of war, man. As in Exodus chapter 15, I believe is written. He's a God of war. He's a master chess player, man. He will get you. He will get you, man. Straight up. And he got her. He got this Jake, man. He got this Jake woman. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. If the Lord wanted to remove her from this dimension, man, if he wanted to go ahead and pull her up out of this realm, there's nothing them paramedics could do. There's nothing them police could do, man. If that's what the Lord's will was, man. If it's his will to afflict her and bind her to a wheelchair for the rest of her life, there's nothing that no one can do. That's why you ought to fear the Lord, man, for he is terrible, man. That could have been anybody walking down the street. You understand? But his mercies were not with her in that moment, man. He afflicted her, you know? But that's pretty much all I got. This was kind of a quick hit, man. You know, I can't keep slamming y'all with hour-long videos. I know it gets fatiguing. It can be, at least, you know, to each his own. You know, I tend to like longer videos, but this is more something I just came across, seen, you know. Us men of the Lord, man, we see things in this world. We can correlate it right to the scripture, man, because the Spirit quickens us, man. The Spirit quickens us, man. You know, but call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, salutations to the elders and apostles who've been teaching his truth. And to all the brothers on down, man, teaching this truth in sincerity, you know, and shalom until the next video, man.